The history of English language actually launched with the entrance of three Germanic tribes, the Angles, the Saxons, and the Jutes, who occupied Britain during the 5th century AD. At that time, the natives of Britain spoke a Celtic language. The Angles came from England, and their language was called English, from which the words England and English are derived. The conquering Germanic tribes spoke similar languages, which we currently name Old English. Old English did not sound like English today. Old English was spoken until around 1100s. In 1066, William the Conqueror, the Duke of French Normandy, invaded and conquered England. The new defeaters brought with them a kind of French, which became the language of the royal court and the ruling and business classes. For a period, there was a kind of linguistic class division where the lower classes spoke English and the upper classes spoke French. However, in the 14th century, English became the dominant language in Britain again, yet with many French words added. This language has been called Middle English in this day and age. From the 16th century, the British had contact with many nations from around the world. This and a renaissance of classical learning mean that many new words and phrases entered the language. The invention of printing also meant that there was now a common language in print. Books became cheaper and more people learned to read. Print also brought standardization to English. Spelling and grammar became fixed, and the dialect of London, where most publishing houses were, became the standards. Late modern English has started since 1800s, which has many more words arising from two principal factors. Firstly, the Industrial Revolution and technology created a need for new words. Secondly, the British Empire at its height covered 1/4 of Earth's surface, and the English language adopted foreign words from many nations. From around 1600, the English colonization of North America had resulted in the formation of distinct American variety of English. Spanish also had an influence on American English and subsequently British English, with words like canyon or ranch being examples of Spanish words that entered English through the settlement of American West. French words through Louisiana and West African words through the slave trade also influenced American English. Today, American English is particularly influential due to the American dominance of cinema, television, popular music, trade, and technology. But there are many other varieties of English around the world, including, for example, Australian English, New Zealand English, Canadian English, South African English, Indian English, and Caribbean English. Have a good day, people.